morning everyone, this is Parveen. Today we are on the second session of class 8 geography, second chapter, abiotic resources, land, soil and water resources. In our first session we have started with the land resources. We have seen that how land resources have been used for different purposes to satisfy human needs and what are the different patterns of land use in different countries. Now when we talk about the different patterns of land use, there are different factors. As such, we have also seen in our first session or first video that land use or habituation of land depends upon certain factors like climate condition of that particular area which land is there, then quality of land, quality of soil which is there, availability of mineral resources, availability of water resources. All these factors are there which affects the habituation or use of the land area or land use pattern. So over here we will study in this particular session we will study certain factors which affects the land use pattern. So we are starting with the factors affecting land use pattern. First one is climatic condition or climate. Land use is very much affected by the climate of a particular area which a land was there. If like we have seen that if the area is very much hot, if the climate is very hot, extreme hot, or if the climate is extreme cold, on that time habituation of land is not possible that much. So when habituation is not there, the use of land is also very much less. And in those areas where there was a moderate climate, like moderate rainfalls are there, moderate cold is there, moderate hot is there, in those particular areas population is more and land use is also more. So climatic condition affects the land use pattern or uses of land, because climatic condition affects the human beings, affect the life of human beings. We survive on a particular climate. We cannot survive in the very extreme hot climate and we cannot survive on a very extreme cold climate. That is why there are certain areas where there are heavy rainfalls and floods are there. In those areas also population is very much less because people don't want to risk their lives. So over here we can say that climatic condition is very much important factor when we talk about the land use pattern or uses of land or habituation of the population over there. Second factor is topography. Topography means physical features of that land area. That means whether the land is mountain, whether the land is in the mountain area, whether it is in the plain area, whether it is plain land or plain area, or plateaus are there, hill stations are there, whether it is land under islands. So this topography or this physical division of land also affects the land use pattern, also affect the uses of land. Because in mountain areas, like when we talk about, when we have seen the table of less habituated area or highly habituated area, we have seen that in mountain areas, low-fee mountain areas, or the areas which has a water flooded areas, or we can say plateaus are there, big plateaus are there, and when we talk about the highly hot areas, so when we talk about the topography, this physical division say that there are the less inhabited areas where mountains are there, or river valleys or big river valleys are there where population is very much less, so the land use is also less. But when we talk about the plain areas usually have a highly populated areas where the land use pattern is also more. So topography or physical features of land also affects the land use pattern. Third one is types of soil. As we are using land for agricultural purposes, so if the land is having fertility of the land is high, then those land area is very much populated or highly populated, and land use pattern is also very much high in those areas. Like croplands. Croplands are very much essential when we talk about the agricultural activity, because agricultural activity provides us both foods and it also provides raw materials for the industry. That is why cropland areas are very much essential or necessary, and cropland areas or agriculture depends upon the fertility of land. So if the land fertility is more, if the fertility of land is high, in those areas population is also very high or land use pattern is also very high. If the land is not fertile or quality of land, you can say, okay, quality of land also affects the land use pattern, which means types of soil, which kind of soil was available in the land. Either it is fertile land or either it is infertile land. Next one is availability of water. Water is very essential resource in human beings' life. Water is used for the water is used as a very much essential needs for human being. It satisfies our need. Water is used for multi-purpose use. We have a multi-purpose uses of water. Like water is also used for making energy or creating energy. That is called as water energy. And water is also used for the daily needs, daily purposes, like for cooking, for washing ourselves, for cleaning our clothes, for cleaning our dishes. For all these purposes, water has been used, and very much essential water is for agricultural activity. For agricultural purposes, water resources are very much important. So water resources also affects the land use pattern. If the land area is having enough water to cultivate the land and for the purpose of to satisfy the needs of human being, then those areas were having a more population and more land use pattern. Next one is minerals. If in a particular area, if that area is mineral based area, you can say that minerals are very much available in those areas in a very good quantity. So you can say that in those areas land use pattern is more, because mining is also a kind of uses of land. So if mineral deposits are more in a particular area, that particular land is used for the mining purposes. So mining purpose is also a land use pattern which can be used. Next one is technology and human resource. As when we talk about these water resources, availability of resources, minerals, all these things requires human resource and technology to use them. So if that particular land if a particular land or particular country has a better technology or better human resource or qualified human resource, it can be used land on a very highly skilled basis, or you can say land can be utilized on a very better manner. So these are the factors which affects the land use pattern in the world. Now, as we are saying that we are using the land, it has been seen in today's world that we are using the land on a very much high level. That means we are exploiting the land. We are using the land for different purposes, and when we are using it, we are not careful when we are using the land resource, or as such we talk about the natural resources. Natural resources, we are using the natural resources and we are overusing the natural resources, we are misusing the natural resources, we are exploiting those natural resources, and land also comes under natural resource. And we are using the land like when we talk about the green revolution, when we are using many modern techniques like chemical fertilizers, pesticides, fertilizers, when we are using on land, it negatively affects the fertility of land. So over here, and population is also affect the land, because we are having for our living purposes we are putting burden on land. We are cutting down the trees and we are cutting down the mountains and forests for the commercial purposes or for the purpose of housing facilities. So over here, because of all these things, conservation of land is very much essential. So our next topic is usefulness of land resources. How we are using the land resources and how we are exploiting the land resources, we will see that. Land is rich source of timber, gems, medicinal herbs. That means we are using land for having timber out of it. Forest we are using, we have a gem minerals which we get from the land, medicinal herbs we get from the forest. Then storehouses of mineral deposits. Land is called as a storehouse of mineral deposit because under the land we have many different kinds of minerals available. Rich farming grounds are there. We are using land for farming purposes. Tourist destinations. Land is also used for tourist purposes. Tourist destinations are there. In many countries we are having many attractive tourist areas. Like in India we have Kashmir, Shimla. All these are the land which is tourist, Darjeeling. All these are the land which is tourist attracted lands where we go for the tourism or for the purpose of entertainment. We also use land for our personal purposes or professional uses like commercial uses of land. Personally we use land for making our houses. And lofty mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, ponds, oceans are also used by human beings as a properties of land. So all these are the usefulness of a land, and we are exploiting the land by using the land, by overusing the land or by misusing the land resource which is there are available by nature to us. That is why conservation of land resources is very important. So now we will see how we can conserve the land resources. First of all, what is conservation? Conservation of resources or conservation of land resource means we need to be very careful when we are using the land, or we need to have a proper management, a proper plan that how we can use the land resources in such a way that it will not be misused, we will not overexploit the land use, and we can save it for the future generation also, so that continuously we can use that land resources. Now there are the different plans, or we can say there are different things through which we can conserve the land resources. First of all, degradation of land should be checked. It should be checked that due to deforestation, how much land was degraded. Due to chemical fertilizers, how much land was degraded, and we need to recover those lands. Secondly, more trees should be grown to stop the deforestation or to stop the degradation of land. Reclaim for main purposes. Land, we need to be careful that we should use land only for the main purposes. We will not use land for we will not use land overly, or overuse of land should be not there. Overgrazing of land should be controlled, because overgrazing affects the fertility of land. Uses of chemical fertilizers, pesticides should be regulated because it negatively affects the fertility of land. Uses of biofertilizers should be encouraged because it does not affect the fertility of land, and it also increases the production in agricultural activities. So over this, in this particular session we learn about the factors affecting land use pattern, usefulness of land, and conservation of land resources. I hope you understand. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in comment. In our next session or next video, we will see about the soil resources and water resources. Till then, thank you.